Sometimes we can face so much resistance in ourselves towards doing exactly what it is that we need to do, what we know to do, what we even want to do, and yet there's this weird thing that we label resistance. Basically, it just means what you're not doing, even though you know all those things, even though you feel all those things, even though you've made a decision. But this resistance shows up. So, what is it? I know I've kind of battled this energy for a long time because I didn't understand exactly what was fueling it. And while many times I use, the typical techniques out there on procrastination, on being efficient, on being productive to move through this, and in some ways it worked, but it did not remove the deeper place where that was coming from and why it was showing up. And this is a normal thing, by the way. It's not like, we're going to get rid of it for the rest of our life necessarily, unless, of course, you're spiritually enlightened, in which case it may. But what I find is that when we get deeper into why we're holding back, guess what? It just like removes the boulder from our path. It's like you're trying to go up a mountain and all these boulders show up and now they're just gone, and now you can just go up that mountain like you intended, right? So that's something that I feel like I experienced today. I got done like a whole bunch of admin tasks this morning, and it felt so great. Yes, I'm one of those people who love to kind of check off my to-do list, even though I don't love a to-do list and I use it sparingly. But I do like to note the things that I get done so can enjoy and celebrate the sense of accomplishment that it provides me. It also gives me a sense of stability and security to know that these things are done. I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of my business. I'm taking care of what needs to be done in a formal way, in a just the practicalities of life. And doing that today was really a result of having experienced my breakthrough yesterday. As I said, I'm in the process of creating a certain product that I'm super excited to both work on, create, and then put out there in the world. And knowing that I had the essence of it down and the clarity of it down just freed me up to do all the other things that needed to be done, just again for that sense of organization, so that I'm not slowed down by not doing these kind of practical tasks that always have to be done. And while there's some that we can delegate and others that we can put into systems, there are often things that we just really need to tend to ourselves. And I was able to do that. And so, what my point is here is that, when you when you get to those point of breaking, to that point of breaking through, when you get through the resistance that's been sitting there, kind of like a dam in your way, or a boulder, as I expressed earlier, you end up having so much more energy and ability to just kind of knock out the things on that to-do list. And it's because you're assured now, because you know where you're going, you know the direction. You're no longer searching for it. You're no longer, stressed and worried about it coming to be, or how is it going to coming. How is it going to come to be? When is it going to come to be? You're actually connected more deeply to your true self and that bigger vision that's been shining through. And when you give it that time and you do so with what I said in a couple of videos ago about the journey of transformation, is that you allow those times when you really need deep rest, when suddenly you have to slow down, when suddenly you just don't have any fuel in the engine. And it's not about just stuffing more fuel in there. It's actually like giving it some time, allowing yourself to be in that void, and then moving forward. Then the answers and the ideas and the solutions do arrive because you're clear inside, you're empty enough to receive them. And then, as I said, when you step forward in that and claim that those breakthroughs, then suddenly all the other things that felt like they were in the way that you had to do, now you're just like happy to do, and they get done. So I'm just sharing again another point of my journey, and just to remind you to keep going and not give up. And especially when it feels tough, be gentle on yourself. Take the break that you need, take the rest that you need, if that's where it's at, so that you can move through the tougher times. You can have the energy to really finish what it is that maybe you're in the middle of and you really need to get done before you can go to the next step, right? So keep going. Take the journey as a journey. Nothing has to be made urgent unless, um, if it is practically, yes, you can take care of it. But most often we make things urgent in our mind instead of them actually being that in reality. So, yeah, break through, um, clear the dam of resistance by actually trusting your bigger vision to come through. Because when you trust, guess what? The dam just dissolves on its own.